Hello friends, myself Praveen Kajri. Welcome to the video class. In this class, let us discuss about the classification of matters. So before going to the classification, so we have to understand the meaning of atom, right? So what is atom? So now we know the meaning of matter, right? In last class we have discussed the meaning of matter. So matter is anything which is having mass and which occupies certain space. So that is known as matter. So now let us take any matter that exists in nature, right? So let us divide it into two parts. So I am going to take this chalk piece. So this is a matter because it is having certain mass and which occupies certain space, right? So therefore this is a matter. If I divide this into two parts, I am going to get two parts, right? So I am going to take only one part and then I am going to divide it. So I am dividing the other part. So what I am going to get? I am going to get again two parts. So if you go on dividing that matter, you will end with a particle which is not possible to divide further, right? So that particle which is not possible to divide further, that particle is known as atom, right? So how I can define that? So atom is the indivisible part of the matter. Right, what is atom? Atom is the indivisible part of the matter. It is not possible to divide that atom further. So that part of the matter, indivisible part of the matter is known as atom. So H is, capital H is the atomic symbol of hydrogen. Similarly, helium, He, is the atomic symbol for helium atom. Similarly, lithium, Li, beryllium, Be, boron, B, carbon, C, nitrogen, N, oxygen, O, fluorine, F, and neon. So these are some of the atomic symbols for their atoms. Hydrogen, H is the atomic symbol, helium, He is the atomic symbol, lithium, Li is the atomic symbol, and so on. Right. So now let us understand the meaning of molecule. What do you mean by molecules? So combination of atoms is known as molecule. So combination of atoms. So atoms, different atoms combine with each other to form a molecule. So for example, hydrogen, one hydrogen is combining with another hydrogen to form hydrogen molecule, H2. Right, oxygen is combining with another oxygen to form O2. Right, similarly F is combining with another F to form F2, fluorine. Right, these are known as molecules. These are known as molecules. These are atoms. So these are atoms. These are molecules. These are all molecules because atoms, two atoms are combined with each other to form molecules. In this case, the combining atoms are of the same kind. That is, only one type of atoms are combining with each other. Right. Now let us take carbon is combining with oxygen to form CO. So combination of atoms, therefore it is a molecule. What is this? Molecule. So this is atom, this is also atom. Carbon combines with two oxygens to form carbon dioxide. Hydrogen, two hydrogen combines with one oxygen to form H2O. Carbon combines with oxygen and hydrogen. This is 6 carbon combines with 12 oxygens and 6 hydrogen. So it will give C6H12O6, glucose. right? So these are all molecules. This carbon monoxide is molecule, carbon dioxide is molecule, water is a molecule, glucose is a molecule. So here hydrogen is a molecule, oxygen is a molecule, fluorine is a molecule. So other thing, these are atoms, right? These are all atoms. So just observe this. In this set of molecules, atoms, combining atoms are of only one kind or only one type. Only one type of atoms are combining with each other to give a molecules, right? So here hydrogen, only hydrogen is combining to form hydrogen molecule. Here only oxygen is combining with each other to form a oxygen molecule. Here only fluorine is combining with each other to form a fluorine molecule. So in this case, the combining atoms are of different types. Here one carbon is there, another one is not again a carbon, it is oxygen. Carbon is combining with oxygen to form carbon monoxide, right? So carbon is combining with two oxygens, different kind of atom, to give carbon dioxide. So two hydrogens are combining with oxygen, two different type of atoms. Therefore it is known as, therefore this is a H2O molecule, water molecule. So C6, 6 carbon, 12 oxygen and 6 hydrogens. Three kinds of atoms are, three types of atoms are combining with each other to form this glucose molecule. Therefore, if the molecule is formed by the same type of atoms, then that type of molecules are known as elements. What is that? Elements. What are elements? The molecules formed by the same type of atoms is known as elements. For example, H2, example is H2, O2, ozone, O3, F2, Fe, iron, metal piece. So only Fe atoms are there in that whole metal piece, right? So copper piece, copper wire, that is an element because only copper atoms are arranged in that copper wire. Then gold, silver, these are all the examples of elements. So in this part, molecules are formed by the combination of different type of atoms. Such molecules are known as compounds. What is that? Compounds. What are compounds? These are the molecules formed by the combination of different types of atoms. The molecules formed by the combination of different type of atoms are known as compounds. Right. So example is carbon dioxide, CO2, CO, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, H2O is a compound, glucose is a compound. So in all these cases, etc. In all these cases, the molecules are formed by the combination of more than one type of atoms. Therefore, these are known as compounds. So what we understood here is the meaning of atom. In the divisible part of the matter is known as atoms. Examples for atoms: molecules. Combination of atoms is known as molecules. If the molecule is formed by the same type of atoms, then it is known as element. If the molecule is formed by the different type of atoms, then it is known as compounds. And respective examples we have discussed. So now let us understand the classification of matter in the bulk level or in a macro level. Right. So what is that? Classification of matter. So matter is broadly classified into two types. One is known as pure substance. Another one is known as mixtures. Right. So pure substances and mixtures. Now these pure substances are classified into two classes. That is, one is known as elements, another one is known as compounds. Right. So elements are the pure substances. Why we call these as pure substances? Let us take an example of iron piece, Fe. Only Fe atoms are there in that piece of iron. Right. Therefore, Fe is a pure substance. It is not mixing with any other substances. Right. So therefore, this is a pure substance. So gold, Au or M, is also a pure substance. So this is an element, right? These two are elements. If I take a pure hydrogen gas, a balloon containing hydrogen gas, it does not have any other gases other than hydrogen. Therefore, this is also element. This element is nothing but the pure substance. This pure substance is nothing but the matter, because it is fulfilling those two criteria. So that means it is occupying a space and it has a mass. Therefore, the matter is classified into pure substances. In that pure substance, element is one type. Elements are one type. Why we call these as elements? Because these are made with only one type of atoms. These are the molecules or the substances made with only one type of atoms. Right. What about compounds? Compounds, for example, carbon dioxide or H2O. Let us take these examples. So in these examples, if I take a balloon containing carbon monoxide, only carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a compound. Why it is compound? Because it is made with two type of atoms, carbon and oxygen. So whole balloon is containing only one type of compound, only one type of molecules, that is carbon monoxide. It does not have any other compound or element in that. So that means it is a pure substance. It is not having any contamination or it is not having any other substances in it. Therefore, one more thing what we have to remember here is, we are not supposed to confuse that carbon is there and oxygen is there. Therefore, it is a mixture. No, carbon monoxide is complete one molecule. So if you take a collection of carbon monoxide molecules, so in that collection only we have a carbon monoxide molecules. We don't have any other substance in it. Right. Therefore, this carbon monoxide, if I take a pure carbon monoxide, that is a pure substance. So that carbon monoxide is a compound. Compounds are also pure substances. Therefore, these are also a matters. Therefore, pure substances are classified into two types, elements and compounds. So let us take one more example. Water, pure water. So let us take 100 ml of pure water in a jar. So it does not have any other substances in it. Only H2O molecules are there in that pure water. Therefore H2O is a compound because it made with the two type of atoms, hydrogen and oxygen, and this compound comes under the class pure substances. Right. So matter is classified into pure substances and mixtures. In pure substances we can classify that as elements and compounds. Right. Let us move on to the next classification, that is mixture. What do you mean by mixture? So here I am going to take hydrogen gas with hydrogen gas is mixed with oxygen gas. What happens? You will get a mixture, hydrogen and oxygen gas mixture. Yes or no? So one thing, I am going to take hydrogen gas and I am going to mix it with carbon dioxide gas. So this is also a mixture. Mixture means what? Let us add 2 or more substances in one compartment. That will leads to the mixture. That whole compartment must consist of more than one component in it. Right. So for example, if I take a chamber, in this hydrogen and oxygen gas is there. So there are 2 components. We have mixed 2 components in this compartment. So therefore this is a mixture. This is also a mixture. So now I am going to take H2O compound. I am going to mix it with NaCl, sodium chloride. So that is nothing but the salt. Right. If you add salt into the water, what happens? That is also a mixture. Right. There are 2 components in it, salt plus water. Right. Let us take one more example. If I add water plus oil, hair oil, let us take hair oil. Oil is added into the water. Then what happens? There also we have 2 components, water and oil. Right. So in those 2 components are not mixing with each other. They are not, miscible with each other. Oil is not dissolved in water. But NaCl is dissolved in water. Right. So if I take water plus NaCl, water plus sodium chloride, what happens? This is all the water. Let us take this is the water. So in this, sodium chloride is uniformly distributed. So therefore this is what the mixture. Let us take water, again water, right? So this is water. So add certain amount of oil to this. Oil is not dissolved in water, but in case of sodium chloride is uniformly distributed within this water. Therefore that means NaCl is dissolved in water. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to cut the small portion of this NaCl and water mixture, small portion from this corner. So if I check the number of NaCl and water present in this portion of the water, then let us assume that I am going to get 10 H2O molecules and 2 NaCl molecules. NaCl molecules is 2. So this ratio is known as composition. What is that? The ratio of 2 components is known as composition. So what I did is, I measured the composition of this part of the mixture. Right. Next what I am going to do is, I am going to take the same amount of mixture in another part of the substance, in another part of the mixture. Right. So I am going to take here same quantity, same volume of the mixture I am going to take from this part of the mixture. Now I am going to measure the composition here. So what happens in case of NaCl and water? The composition what I obtained at this part is same as that in this part. Right. So if you measure the composition throughout this mixture, you will get the uniform composition. You will get the same composition. There should not be any variation in the ratio. It is not true that the composition is different in a different part of this mixture in case of water and NaCl. So let us take oil and water mixture. It is also mixture, right? We have mixed 2 components here, oil and water. So here I am going to take the small portion of this mixture here. Here the composition is, we have certain composition here. Oil is more compared to water. right? So same portion, same quantity of mixture I am going to take from this part of the mixture. So if I check the composition from this part, what I get the more quantity of water than oil, right? That means the composition is not uniform throughout the mixture in this type of mixtures, right? So here the composition is uniform throughout the mixture. So wherever you measure the composition throughout the mixture, you will get the same value. In this case, the composition is not uniform throughout the mixture, right? So this is one point you have to remember. Another point is, I am going to measure the property like density. So you will understand the meaning of density in the next class. So let us understand that density is one type of property. If I measure the density of this type of solution, so what I will get is that property is uniform throughout the mixture. Property of this type of solution, water and NaCl type of solutions, water and NaCl type of mixtures. In this type of mixtures, the property, if you measure the property of that mixture, that is uniform throughout the mixture, right? In this case, if I measure the property of this mixture here, it will give one value. If I measure the property, let us take a density. If I measure the density of this part of the mixture, then I will get a different value. That means what? The property of this mixture is also not uniform throughout the mixture, right? So here the property is also uniform throughout the mixture. There are 2 points we made here. One is, in this type of compositions, in this type of mixtures, the composition and the properties are uniform throughout the mixture, right? So in this type of mixtures, water and oil type of mixtures, the composition and the property is not uniform throughout the mixture, right? This type of mixtures are known as homogeneous mixtures. Let us make a classification of mixtures here. So this can be homogeneous mixtures. Another one is heterogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So example is H2O plus NaCl is the best example for homogeneous mixtures. So how to define homogeneous mixture? A mixture in which the composition and the properties are uniform throughout the mixture. Throughout the mixture. Such type of mixtures are known as homogeneous mixtures. A mixture in which the composition and the properties are uniform throughout the mixture. So what about heterogeneous mixture? A mixture in which the composition and property are not uniform throughout the mixture. So such type of mixtures are known as heterogeneous mixture. Example, best example for this is H2O, water plus oil. So therefore this mixture is known as heterogeneous mixture, sand plus water, right? So that is also a heterogeneous mixture. So here what we have discussed is the classification of matter. It is divided into two classes, pure substances and the mixtures. Pure substances are classified into elements and compounds, right? So you know the meaning of elements and compounds now. And then Mixtures are classified into two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. The definition for homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures we have discussed and examples for that. So in the next class we will discuss some more points about this chapter. So thanks for watching the video and please subscribe the channel for more updates. Thank you so much.